How do you bring a D&D campaign to life? You spend every waking hour making epic mini sets. These are the croakers, or the frog people from the west side of the island. The tree was made from a wooden dowel and a bunch of plaster and about 6 or 7 screw-ups. And finally, just winging it. What I think is the most fun about these mini sets is the small details that you can get that not everybody sees. For instance, somebody threw a javelin at this guy and it stuck him in the head. And then it stuck him to a tree. I am chopping the heads off little frog people. Why, you might ask? Because I have to glue them in the little cubby hole. So this is Desmond, one of our heroes, one of our more heroic heroes. A lot of detail goes into the small little aspects, like the gold trim around his gauntlets. How do you build a giant water monster? You print it on a 3D printer with clear blue resin. Just printing it wasn't what made it look like a giant water monster. I had to go back through and use that same clear blue resin to give it a shine and to create the dripping effect. So the shot of Binga, Tiger, and Sebulba inside of the beach creeper was a challenge. It turns out the answer was a cheap little fish bowl and some slime. So this is the scene for the east side of the island as they're making their way into the jungle. The ape, printed by yours truly and painted by Rusco, yours truly. Yeah, printing the ape takes roughly 15 hours. Painting it takes about 45 minutes.
What I'm doing here, as we built the entire set, sometimes we need to get close-ups, and in order to do the close-ups, we need to create something where, for this example, is hiding. So what I've done is I've moved plants around, and I'm going to be hiding him in this bush. And when we film it on as a whole, it's going to look like he was back to where he was, which is kind of up here. But to pull him closer to the camera here, it's easier to hide him up front and then put everything back the way it was.
I think my favorite detail in this piece would definitely be the water. It was my first time trying to make a water scene in one of these dioramas. So most of the jungle floor and the trees themselves were made by ripping apart different fake plants from Hobby Lobby. If you want to know how this happened, watch the episode linked here.